We believe that it's really important that the teaching profession is an evidence-based profession, and we want teachers' knowledge and professional skills to be built on research and practical evidence as to what works well.
The awards give an opportunity for trainee teachers and indeed serving teachers to learn from what works in practice. They're modelling things, investigating things, and that experience will be valuable to them in the classroom.
These projects are about small-scale research. Some of them start from an idea of something that they would like to trial and see whether it works and gather evidence for that. Some of them start at the other end of the spectrum and they want to do some research in order to find out what needs to be done.
Our research considered the best practice around the use of interactive whiteboards for children with autism. This is a very specific group of learners who don't engage readily with interactive technology, so we wanted to find out what promoted their engagement with interactive whiteboards and share this best practice.
Research is what helps us sort out that which is good practice and sustainable in the long term from that which might be the quick fix or might be quite counterproductive. We do what we do because we know it works, and that's why research is useful.
Our idea was to try and improve children's writing generally, and we thought from our reading and from our previous research that one of the ways to tackle that was to look closely at handwriting specifically, and basically to try and make children's handwriting as automatic as it could possibly be. We've involved trainee teachers working intensively with small groups, and the results seem very encouraging.
We deliberately covered areas that perhaps hadn't been explored as much as they might have been in the past.
The research that we've undertaken is concerning children at risk of exclusion, and so in trying to support these most vulnerable children with behaviour difficulties, we've been trying to engage the parents. And basically it's about making up stories together, co-creating stories spontaneously, and that spontaneity brings a creativity and brings fun and brings laughter. That the stories address some of the child's emotional issues, internal anxieties, and trying to get the parent to think about their child's emotional world through the metaphor of stories about dragons or rabbits or whatever, and to address it in a safe way, in a way that might be overwhelming for the child and overwhelming for the parent to talk about directly.
All of these research projects have been brought together at various points to share what they've been doing to learn from one another. And I think that's a very effective way of sustaining what you do over time.
We want the results of the projects to go far beyond the tiny project themselves. So we've encouraged people to disseminate as widely as they can and as imaginatively and as diversely as they can.
Through the research, we've been able to provide a one-day training workshop that's available to all teachers, mainstream and special school teachers. We've also got an article pending in the Journal of Assistive Technology, so again, hopefully we can share this knowledge with other practitioners.
Another thing that we think is really important is collaboration. We want people to be working together in partnership, so schools, universities, other professional associations, in order to make sure that that knowledge and information is spread effectively.
I'm endlessly interested in the sorts of projects that people come up with, the sorts of innovations that they're involved in, and I'm fascinated to work with people to help them find ways to research that and to find inventive ways to research that alongside teaching in the classroom.
We wouldn't have been able to do the research in the way that we have without the support from the TDA. And I think what's also been brilliant has been meeting researchers working in the field of SEN, which is quite a specialist area, has been really exciting and very supportive.
So we'll certainly be applying for more funding, and schemes like the TDA Special Educational Needs Awards, the Research and Development Awards, are very useful for that.
We're not looking for any one sort of project. We're looking for projects which are good in their own terms.
I think the awards are really important to help schools realise that research should be part of their ongoing culture within the educational arena. We all need answers to problems, and actually sharing those answers with other practitioners is really important, but doing that from a really good evidence base and knowing that practice is specific to us as teachers, not just actually coming out of academia and a theoretical perspective, but grounded in the everyday practitioner experience within the classroom.